Jaime Gittens to Arsenal. What is going on? We've been hearing about Nico Williams, Rafael Leao, but the thing is, this actually makes sense. And if Arsenal properly allocate these funds and sign this man, but get a big boy striker, I'm talking about Isak levels, Gyökeres, then this isn't too bad. But if we see Arsenal get Gittens and Sesko or Ekitike, then there's a problem. But the thing is, Gittens, he'd be probably the cheaper option, wage wise and transfer fee, everything in one. Nico Williams obviously has a cheaper, little transfer clause, but the thing is, extremely high wages considering Saliba's due for a contract as well. You got to be careful with that. And to be fair, Jaime Gittens, if you check the stats, has more goals than Nico Williams, and he played in the Champions League. And in the league, he has more goals, as well as, I'm going to throw this out here, he has more goals than Yamal in the league. Obviously, Yamal has way more assists, but I'm just throwing that out. This guy's a bit of a baller, only 20 years old. He is from England. We've seen plenty of, players go to Dortmund that are English, like, Jadon Sancho go out there and actually perform well. There's plenty of good wingers that come from Dortmund. Now, Jaime Gittens would be valued around 50-60 million, which isn't too bad considering, he is 20 years old. And the reason why people are saying Arteta's super into him is because he actually leads the league in Germany, with amongst people like Musiala, Wirtz, people who are valued at 100 million. Mamouche, a player that has moved. Olise, a player that's been seen as a great, signing for Bayern. And he's above all of them at 20 years old. And to be fair, we need a guy like Gittens because he takes a lot of risk. If you watch him play football, you see he takes a lot of risk on these one-on-ones, something we don't see from Martinelli or Trossard. He attacks the player. He doesn't turn back and play back. No, Gittens actually attacks the player and tries to create a chance, which is something astonishing. To me, it was like rocket science because I've been stuck with robotic left wingers with Martinelli and Trossard just, like I said, these guys are shy people at the club, hesitating every opportunity. Instead of creating a chance, they actually go back and get a drink for themselves. They're that guy. That's the type of guy they are at the club. So, Jaime Gittens, on the other hand, he's a young guy, first time at the club, says, oh my God, I'm talking to all these random people. Oh my God, who cares if they reject me? Who cares if they embarrass me? I'm here to have a good time. And that's exactly what this man is right here. Jaime Gittens, man. Shout out the lad. So, 50-60 million, I wouldn't be mad about it. Honestly, if we ended up getting him, who seems to be, not a favorite of the Arsenal fans, but if they go out and get a proper number 9, you tell me, if I see Isak signing and then Gittens signing right after, hey, tipping my cap, and I'll be like, you know what, inshallah. Morgan Rogers too, oof, UCL, treble, quadruple, all of that. But anyways, I actually think this would be an underrated signing. I feel like if you could develop him as well, with the young core that you've got in the wings, you've got Martinelli still, some sort of youth, a bit older than him, but he's youthful. You got Ethan Wyneri, you've got, James Downman coming out of the academy, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Saka, all these players, plenty of young lads that he could develop amongst, and it seems like Arsenal's great at developing players. So honestly, Jaime Gittens, I wouldn't be mad about it, and I actually would prefer him over, the likes of Nico Williams and Rafael Leao, who would be immensely more expensive. And if they could actually get him for a bit cheaper and properly allocate the funds on a number 9 and a midfielder, hey, get me Morgan Rogers and Isak with this, man. Kroenke's Arteta apology video. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Would you like Jaime Gittens to be the left winger next season? Or Leao, Nico Williams? Leave a comment down below. Who is the guy that you want seeing at Arsenal playing left wing for next year? But anyways, thank you guys for watching.